Morning, Peter.
Morning, Andrew.
No Bernard this morning, eh?
No Bernard. So, unfortunately for you lot, I've got the map.
Right.
Here we are at the Victoria Institute in Caton, and we're going to do a figure of 8 and come back here for our lunch and then do another loo. Morning loo. We've got C Group with us as well this morning. We're going to go across the road and down to the old railway, turn right and go up here. The railway track goes on there, but we're going to go down to the loon, which is going to be muddy and wet, we think, and walk towards the Waterworks Bridge, and then that cuts a loop off there, and then we'll follow the river right up here to the Crookaloon Bridge, come back up to the railway and walk on the old track back to the Institute for our lunch. In the afternoon, the idea is that we go possibly down there, or we could cut it off and go up here and then come towards Brookhouse and then do a bit of climbing up to past Hill Farm and up to here where we come out on the road for about 50 yards, then cut back over here to this old disused mill, follow the track there and go around the back of a riding stable. We've done this before, over the river stream, which is the Artlebeck, I think, and then back through the houses and back to here where we are at the moment, the Victoria Institute. It's about just short of 3 in the morning and just short of 3 in the afternoon.
Very good.
Just short of 6 miles.
And it'll be pretty flat, I think, won't it?
In the morning, flat.
There are 11 of us, including the C Group, who are walking with us in the morning. I think we're about ready to go. The weather is threatening, is probably the best way of putting it. And the wind's blowing it through. I've just been informed by the meteorologist amongst us, and I think we're ready to go. So we're off. We're not exactly off and running, but we've come down this little track here, just from the Institute, which you can see in the background, and we've walked down here. This is the old railway line that used to run from Lancaster Green Air Station, where Sainsbury's is now, along here, and it's been turned into a lovely community facility of a bike track and a walking path. Very, very popular. Lovely little place to come along. Crookaloon out here goes out to just beyond Bullbeck Caravan Park. I think there were plans to take it to Hornby, that never materialised, unfortunately. But we're going along here for a while, probably about half a mile, and then we cut off into the bog, no doubt, today.
Yeah.
We've got a leave space for you.
It's very technical, this.
So this is the fast flowing Artlebeck that we've crossed a couple of times today. That is rattling down there now. It really is. Look at it down here. It's like something in a whitewater canoe race. So Peter had mentioned Artlebeck, and I think this is Artlebeck, which does run down towards the Loon, and it comes this way. In fact, this could be the Loon, having said that. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of water in it, and it's fairly free flowing. It's thrown it down yesterday, so we're in for wet boots today. So I've just turned off the track now. As you can see, grey day, bit of damp on the screen, and we're coming down this farm track that's going to take us towards the River Loon and walk along the Loon. We're just deciding whether there's going to be a path alongside the Loon or whether there's going to be a path underneath the Loon. I think it'll be heavy flowing, That wasn't the loon that we crossed before on the cycle path. That probably was the end of Hartlebeck, because the loon's over here in good flow at the moment. I don't know whether you can just see it there. It's just about there, under that tree. I think we're almost duplicating some of our video today, but never mind. If that's Norman, he's just been filming the same thing that I'm going to film. This is the loon, and it's, as you can see, very, very fast flowing. I think you'd soon be at Sunderland Point. You'd bypass Lancaster almost on like a tsunami almost. It really is fast flowing. There's a lot of water in there today, because it just threw it down all day yesterday. So as well as the fast flow there, these are the other things that this type of current creates. You can see all these little whirlpools, little vortexes that are caused. I don't think I'd like to be in there. It'll be hard going upstream in a canoe today, I think. So this is the bridge across the Loon here at Caton, but I understand it's the water pipes from Thirlmere to Manchester. There's a pumping station here, and there's another one at the top there. And it's all on the Loon Valley floodplain, which you can see goes right the way around here. All the hills in the background there, over towards Littledale, and then these are over in Holton. The interesting thing here that everybody's looking at now is that there are a couple of things here. Well, it shows the flood level in 1891, 1892, 1903, and then if I just step back, and then if you look at that one, I think that's 2000 and either 13 or 15. I think it's 2015 is this one. So there's been a bit of water over these stones in 2015. So I've just come through this little kissing gate here. There's the pumping station that I talked about. I don't know how old this structure is, but look at these cast iron steps going up here. Just fabulous bit of engineering. It'll be some age, will this now, I've no doubt. And it's a wonderful piece of Victoriana. I don't know what it is. And here's the water flows, which allegedly go from Thirlmere to Manchester, carrying Manchester's water supply. They could get a bit out of the Loon today. There's plenty in there. You just come across the fields here. Well, I say the fields, it's almost like a swimming pond. And then we're now going through another kissing gate, which is rather damp round here. It's dirty boots and wet boots day today. Plenty to go at. I think there'll be a lot more of this wherever we're going, but apparently the other side of the Loon, from talking to the A group, is worse than this, and it's virtually unpassable. So there's all these little streams running down into the river there behind us. Just getting split up a bit, so I'm waiting for the back markers to catch us. This is the path, and it's getting interesting, but apparently it is passable, so we are in the right place. People coming the other way, so we're just on a bit of a blockage at the moment, but look at the speed this river's moving. So now on the floodplain of the river, walking along, as you can see, in line, and as you can guess, we just got out of the woods, walked onto the floodplain, and the heavens opened. So we've got pretty wet. It's still better on this side apparently than the other side, but it's very wet and the loon's still flowing. I think it's probably got a few more feet to go over the next few days, and certainly if there's more heavy rain it'll be here. We've come where those people are. That was the way we've come, along that road, up past the lifeboat, up to the top to the coffee area and the parking area, and this is what's called Crook of Loon, where there's the big bend in the river. This is the old railway bridge. That's the car bridge from Halton to Caton, and then the river is not somewhere that you'd want. Centre for our lunch. We've now shed the sea party, and there are 7 of us left out. It's a bit like the horse race where some are on one side of the track and some are on the others. But we're heading up that little path alongside the house there for this afternoon's part of the figure of 8. A little bit shorter than this morning, and the weather's holding off as well at the moment. So we set off and we moved up, and we were going up the hill there. You can probably hear the rain. It's thumping down now, so we're cutting it slightly shorter. We're carrying on with a similar walk, but we're just doing a lower level of the circle that we were going to do, and we're heading back towards the cars, I think.